I hated that, someone else had to tell me that, but it is what it is. I just kind of realized, yeah, like, the biggest problem that you deal with if you don't allow comments is, while a person is typing a comment, honestly, think about it, right? The average minutes watched is like, it's around 2 for me right now. So, yeah, it usually stays at 2. Sometimes a person watches for 2 hours and actually bumps the whole score quite a bit. But, usually it's 2. So if anyone types in a comment, potentially I get nothing, because people are not watching the video while they're typing the comment. You do probably get, well, you do get influence points on my system, if you would care about my system, because you have to care about it, download it, and try it out. Not right now, just 2 weeks later, okay? Because I haven't released the newest version, and you're gonna complain about it. Well, you should still try it out, I'm just saying. As well as you should try Discord. And I'm not gonna post in the description something you don't need to try out, to be honest. Because if something is important, something is important. There's nothing really in between at the moment, but we'll see how things change. It's really difficult to like juggle everything on YouTube. You have to be aware of so many things. And it's fine to do mistakes like that and disable all your comments just because. So the most triggering comments you would not be able to guess. But I'll talk about get impressions. There's something called impressions on YouTube, and it probably adds everything. Watch time, whether the person liked, whether the person clicked in the first place. So, and probably it adds the comments too. If a person types in a comment, maybe how long the comment is also matters. So it adds a little bit of impressions in there. But it should just give impressions for spending time in the comment section or whatever. You just have the video open is an impression enough, I would say. For whatever reason. If you keep the video open as a tab somewhere somehow, it's pretty interesting impression, I would say. So I'm not sure how YouTube calculates anything, because YouTube doesn't say. All I hear is just a bunch of fart noises. And we get to live in this jungle and figure out for ourselves. It's pretty fun to do that, but fuck you, YouTube. Once I find you, I'll behead you and put my head as the CEO, And that's my biggest dream. YouTube is probably gonna be like, oh, I don't like that. I'll press ban button. It's one of my favorite buttons, as well as everyone else's. And yeah, that's gonna work probably. The more effort I put into this, if YouTube actually just deletes it, well, I'll gonna cry. By all means necessary. So, by making more videos, I'm actually being less and less legible for becoming YouTube CEO somehow, because I'm scared of losing my videos. That's fucked up. Yes, I do save some of my videos, and once I will start doing short videos somehow, I need help for that. I need someone else to make short videos for me, and kind of mine my content and figure out how to put it together in a short form. Because it's possible, I'm just saying. Because they definitely throw a bunch of shit in there, in between. You do probably get impressions, aka points. for receiving comments. Something very simple like that. Probably. So that's scary enough. I gotta enable comments again. But guess what the worst comment is? To receive. Not a hateful comment. Not someone who really likes you. Self-promotion is a little bit cringy, but I'll take it. Yeah, there's probably a fourth type one. Let's call it misinformation, I don't know. The worst thing to receive in YouTube comments is bots, to be honest. Because I can receive bot comments anytime I want. Give me a comment. Give what a comment? Yeah. That's reasonable. But you will never know. You will never know who you're talking to. And that is the most dangerous thing right now on the internet. Understanding that YouTube comments eventually will not even be able to work anymore. Because people will just type in random things. Maybe you can respond to things that are very liked by other people because they kind of trust that opinion or whatever. They resonate with that opinion. They get the vibe. Very, very cool stuff. But come on, man. I don't want to fucking deal with bots. It's the most stupidest thing to fucking deal with. Yes, most of the stuff is like self-promotion as well. And again, I actually don't know one of the most terrifying things as well. What happens if someone types under another comment? How does YouTube handle that? Will I still get to review it? Or does it just go through? When I review it, do I actually see the comment that... YouTube doesn't even give the tutorial for this stuff. I would be able to know how to craft a fucking workbench. Please, YouTube. Okay, I'm kind of trying to craft a beacon, something a little bit more complicated, and yes, you have to kill the wither first to be able to craft a fucking beacon. And you have to have a lot of gold blocks, apparently. But don't tell anyone I actually use iron blocks. Yeah, I'm not as rich as Dream. Yeah. I don't know what happens. So I'm just just curious what will happen. I'm not excited for that. The most important thing to actually note, even though everything is important, I will be able to send a general message to everyone. Most of the time it's just going to include, come to my Discord. I can't possibly receive criticism from random people. No. Or you gotta have 20 subscribers. Alright, 20 subscribers means 6,000 views. Alright. I will do whatever it takes to respond to people with 20 plus subs. Alright, I recognize how difficult it is to grow on YouTube. So if you have been around for long enough and you collected 20 subs, holy fucking crap. How did you do that in the first place? But then obviously, welcome to VIP Lounge. You're not a bot, first of all, most likely. Or you're a very interesting bot. Actually, you probably are a bot still. Very scary stuff. Because YouTube doesn't, filter bots for some reason. It's like, oh, there's some suspicious activity. I am Google. I don't care. Seriously, Google? Because we wouldn't be able to see, like, blatant, obvious bots that are trying to rip you off by typing in a phone number in their names with emojis. Like, what would the extent that bots fucking, but the bots are roughly 10% of what I have to deal with anyways, so it's not the worst thing ever. Most of the time, yes, I get flooded by a one person or a bunch of other people, but here it is, right? Text me, fucking, for assistant offers. I'll punch you in the face, that's what's gonna happen. As well as everyone else should punch you in the face. YouTube should allow this to happen. Just to see how far the person is willing to go. How much a person is willing to lose. As YouTube just slowly rolls out warning sign after a warning sign. Of like, oh, you're probably not going to be able to use YouTube anymore if you keep doing that. But keep doing that. You know, we're just thinking about fucking you in the ass real fast. Of how immoral you really are. And how would you enjoy it, you know? Becoming gay all of a sudden. Without your consent. There's stuff like that, you know. But I'm sure YouTube is not as advanced as my ideas go at the moment, you know. From the game designer, dude. Yeah. If you have questions, what's going on? I'm a game designer technically. Still, I think about games a lot, and it actually helps me out quite a bit. You know, I'll just randomly say that. Game design mindset helps me find things I want from YouTube. Because all these things are possible, you know. I at least know the possibilities. And it's not that easy to actually figure it out, to be honest. Unless you have the mindset, unless you have awareness. And in general, like, most websites are not being run by game designers, which actually is wrong. It's just wrong. You need to hire game designers for your website, because you want your website to feel fun, right? And that's it. That's the end of my argument right there. I'm sure, right, the person is bringing up a very important point, and I hope I introduced you guys to this guy who kind of triggered the whole avalanche of me changing. I was on the fence myself, but once I realized, oh, impressions, oh, I'll get more points. I like collecting points, so might as well do that. But obviously the most important thing is, absolutely. I gotta let people do their thing, you know? Yeah, take a piss if you want. Take a piss if you want, but it dries up really fast. And, well, if a person is scrolling down and sees that I disabled comments, he might be demotivated from posting a comment anymore, which is also a bad thing. Also, what's gonna happen now is I'll gonna get first all the time. So if you're watching this, first is definitely a banned word, and that's not, you can't do that. You can only hold it for review or something. I really don't care. Just, yes, a lot of people now will type first. And I don't know what to do with that, honestly. I could say like, oh well, I'll ban these people. No, I can't do that. I don't know what to do with that. I just recognize like most of the time I will not be able to review the comments, but it's like I'm such a small YouTuber, might as well receive one of those. No problem there. Or anything like that is like, oh no, I don't know. I don't know what's possible, what's gonna happen, but now there's another reason why I disable comments. Obviously, I want to promote Discord, and it's very important to make sure that a person is interacting with you first, introducing themselves first, then the conversation changes so drastically you have no fucking idea. Because now, first of all, they're always on their toes. Yes, it's a terrible feeling, but try not to say stupid things all the time, every time, and go raging and trash my entire place because you'll be at least kicked out. And if I actually need to test this, so I need to like kick out a shitty person that I really don't care about right now, and see what happens. Smoking Doobies, Isaac, there's some pretty cool people. Alex, dude. I don't know. Most people who commented are pretty cool, and I would feel really bad for testing them. Like, maybe... Yeah, I honestly don't know what happens. But I need to know what happens if I kick someone out. Who's gonna be my victim, boys? It's very funny. Well, maybe I'll find out eventually, because when you ban someone, all their comments are deleted, and that is a very compelling thing to click on, right? So why doesn't fucking Discord allow me to just delete someone's comments, or disable someone's comments, rather? But deleting, also, just having an option, you know. I wish I could disable comments from a certain user. I'm not sure exactly how it works. Maybe I can actually do that as well. Like, there's a timeout. There's also mute. Disable video, I guess. Block? I don't know what that means. Well, we're gonna try a lot of things out, aren't we? It's kind of scary. Are you sure you want to block? From your friends list. Oh, the block is just... The block does not allow, like, DMs or something. It's still pretty difficult to navigate, even Discord, but Discord has just way more features and is... The worst feature about YouTube sometimes deletes comments without warning. And you have no idea what happened. Most of the time, don't delete anything on the internet, because it's kind of pointless. Unless you're trying to stack something, then yes, you probably don't want a random elephant between your whatever coin stack. Oh, there's an elephant in there. I guess I don't delete it, because it's a very interesting stack now. Even the elephant sometimes stacks. You know, if it stacks, man. But most of the time you see the elephant and it's like, oh shit. I'm not gonna reach my world record with my coins anymore. Most of the time, there's no reason to delete. Even when you're trying to stack, you still look at weirdness within your stack, and it's like, yes, you can refine it, and maybe it stacks a little bit higher that way. But normally you just keep putting more and more effort. As long as you're improving your skill, stacking is just a natural thing you do, and you still don't have to delete anything. Look at Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast doesn't delete anything. Alright, it has to be said. Stop deleting stuff from your social media, alright? Because everything matters unless it's like very sensitive or something you disagree on right now. But even that's like a bad thing to do. Everything's bad. You should allow people to care, man. But he's stalking me on Instagram, and he sees all my pictures. Well, now he hates you, you know? And when I hate people, I remember them for a long time of how terrible they are, basically, for deleting their stuff. And how disappointed I am. And guess what? Like 50% of people do that right now. It's fucking disgusting. 50% of people do this mistake. So you can't imagine. I'm still improving myself, and but at some point I will reach that limit, and maybe it is the limit right now. Increase strictness. Inappropriate. Increase strictness, yeah. I don't see a reason why I should allow or just filter comments. None of that matters to me. But yeah. If you're allowed to press the dislike button, might as well allow you to comment your nasty comment and see if I care. You know, because most of the time, I probably won't care, just like every other YouTuber. And that is kind of annoying, but if I get a lot of engagement, I think typing in my comment, because that's what you expect to look at, but you're going to be looking at like, oh, I should just download Discord and use it, for fuck's sake. That's what you're going to see as a general message to everyone. Fuck you. Use YouTube. Discord. God damn it. Well, now I have to delete myself because I failed. My entire stack just fell down because I said YouTube randomly. Just use Discord, okay? Again, the most important thing, I think it's important enough. Have to build trust with people. It's kind of that simple. Yes, again, the person who's like concerned about this, concerned that he wants to disagree with me on a lot of things. It's helpful to disagree with someone, but you shouldn't say disagree, because that's kind of a nasty word to say. Just say you want to talk with people. Again, once you introduce yourself to someone, usually there's already enough relationship and already enough tension that you kind of don't want to just break that relationship just like that. You don't want to fucking end it just like that. So you're not going to say stupid things anymore. Alright, and that's pretty useful to me, honestly. If you stop saying stupid things, if you filter your own mouth, it's pretty good. Feels pretty good, man. I can have a much better discussion that way. Because a little bit more respect is very much needed right now on the internet. And I'll try to squeeze that as far as I can. Just get as much respect as possible. So, it does make sense. the hold for review option is the only option, I would say, that people should be allowed to have. It's like default option that people should have. There's a reason for that. In fact, we're gonna copy and paste this in YouTube stupid features that it doesn't have. Stupid fucking 17th feature YouTube doesn't have. But you wouldn't think that that would be the case, right? First of all, it's good for children's content, you know. A child can type in anything and they get to see their own comment and they don't get to see anyone else's comment. And congratulations. You just allowed a child to interact without hurting themselves. It's pretty important. But the most hurtful thing is for someone to figure out, oh, you're a child, you can be manipulated. This is why you don't want to allow children in some places, because they can be manipulated, they can be hurt. It's pretty simple. This is why YouTube wanted to disable comments for children's videos, but that should be default for in every place. Just in children's content, children are gonna type in such stupid comments that you don't even want to read them anymore and respond to them, but you still should, you know. You should still respond to some comments. There should be still a reward for children to scroll down and see comments in general, you know. Children should be able to explore all kinds of different concepts. So, even for that, it makes sense, right? Hold for review just makes sense in general. The biggest reason why it makes sense, you shouldn't be allowed to have a comment if you don't respond to it. I think that's pretty simple. Yes, hold for review can get even more complicated because you want another feature of representation in a way. But then it's like, no, it's very simple. If someone has a lot of subscribers, they might be able to bypass the hold for review option because you respect them a lot. You know, so I would say right now it's 20 subs for me, but the more subscribers I get, potentially that ceiling has to climb a little bit. So if you have 20 subs, I'll try my best to respond to you. I'm not sure how comments get filtered, if I can do that properly, but I will definitely respond to people like that. Even like 10 subs, I don't know. I don't know right now. Even 3 subs is pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But 3 subs is like, you generate that shit just by being friendly with people. That doesn't tell me anything. I mean, I have reached the level of getting 100 subs, and most of the subs are still just me being lucky, to be honest. So obviously I will respond to everyone, and I'm not excluding anyone here. I'm just saying I will do whatever it takes to respond to people with 20 subs. That's what I was saying. But because of that, again, people should be rewarded for having subs. And obviously subscription count is a stupid thing, and it should be replaced by something else already. Of how trustworthy or respected a person is, like stuff like that. Subscription count, it doesn't actually reflect that in any way. So, but it's still a number that stacks, that people accumulate through their efforts. If you put effort in the past, I still have to respect that. So technically, subscription count still works. My system works a little bit better in that sense because everything stacks. I can still burn it, I can still nerf it to some extent, and there might be even more functionality. Maybe I'll filter something through a layer of how much I like a person. I'm just thinking about this new feature actually. You might be linked to yourself, or have a negative link to yourself, or some stupid shit, man. If I don't like you or something, that would be weird. No, the negative links are impossible, but there could be like a filter, you know. Well, I don't like you, so you get 90% of the points you usually would. But right now, I try to just burn people if they collect points. And if I don't like them, I just ignore them. It's that simple. I don't watch stuff that I don't like. It wouldn't make sense to me, you know. So this is why it's so weird to receive disagreements with people. If you disagree, you're not gonna change my mind that easily. You do understand that? But I can never try and guess how much impact someone is gonna have, because someone figure out how to find an enabled comment video and give me just enough reason to enable comments again, which is pretty impactful thing to do. I'm not sure why he stopped commenting though, which is kind of weird. I would be able to comment about that, but only on Discord. There's a lot of reasons to use Discord, and might as well just highlight that. First. Yeah. I kind of just realized after talking to myself after a ban, I'm talking to myself, this is what it means. I'm just thinking and writing it down. So I have received a 5th ban from a Discord server. That's pretty interesting. Obviously, these servers, by declaring war to me, you know, I would just maybe being a little bit toxic, maybe. But the reality is, I just gave people my opinion. And people can't handle opinion, but they don't realize that, you know. They think, oh, everything is nice, you can say many things. But they don't realize that most of the rules they create block opinion in general. You know, block disagreements. Like, some stupid shit like that. Like, disagreement is not bullying. I'm sorry, dude. Making people uncomfortable is not bullying or harassment. But... because it's actually a friendly thing to do. It's like, well, stand up to the bully, dude. That would be the most uncomfortable comment you would receive. Well, you have to fight the bully now. You gotta do something. It feels very uncomfortable, right? Because it's an opinion. It's not something, oh, the bully's not gonna hurt you that much. You can try and lie and be nice, but fuck that shit, dude. Most people don't get to the level when they can actually express opinions or actually care about expressing opinions. Most people are just like, wow, there's other people. Wow, I've never seen people before. So they're just mesmerized that there are other people, and it's like they're kind of interacting with other people, but they're just still in the same state of trying to figure out that there are other people, actually. And they're not moving towards another level because they don't know how. Alright? They haven't mastered this one yet. Once you master the internet, you will realize there are other people. Just like you as well. You know. Not necessarily that you can interact with, but you can read their comments, see what they like. I guess that's where it ends, which kind of sucks. But you can also click on their channels and see. I heavily encourage you guys to download vidIQ. What? Well, this thingy. Okay. Because you're gonna be able to scroll down and see how many subscribers a person has. It's a very simple thing. Alright? At least that. Then you know that their name is clickable. They have some kind of content of some kind. It would be interesting. I think another missing feature about YouTube... Wait. Come on, man. I want to see what comments people make. It's a huge feature that now would be very scary to roll out, but most of the default option would be make it private. But once you make it public, everyone will be able to see your comments everywhere. Alright. Technically, the ability to make a comment public should be for every single comment. Or while you're making a comment, there's like something you can click on. So I'm making a comment, right? There's plenty of space here as well. You know, a little clicky, select, okay, I want this comment to be public for everyone that subscribes to me. They can see it somewhere. Seems fairly simple and very important. And yes, I will definitely make a video covering every single feature, because YouTube needs to fucking see that one, you know, just to rub it in their little faces. You know, I want this, YouTube, give me this. I'm CEO. Remember? No? No? Effort doesn't count? Of course it counts, dude. I will hire myself. It doesn't matter. I don't need money, so I will hire myself. What do you think I'm gonna fucking do? If I don't need money, you can't manipulate me and tell me that I'm not a YouTube CEO right now. You can't tell me that. You gotta convince me. Alright? You can't tell me and pretend that it worked. You know. You gotta convince me. You gotta keep talking. Oh, tell me more. I'm not a YouTube CEO, tell me more. While I hover over this ban button, you know, that everyone is scared of. Now, obviously I will warn you before I ban. It's the stupidest thing that I have received. I haven't received enough warning. The only Discord channel that gave me enough warning... well, there's two. So there's Antvenom and Hytale. I guess Minecraft... No. No warning on Anicia, not... A warning is something you can respond to, right? So no warning on Timeworks. When you don't receive warnings, like, you don't learn anything, and it's just a terrible thing to happen. You know? It would be actually interesting as well, what would happen in the future once AI rolls out. Would you be able to create your own AI chatbot that kind of replies to comments automatically? And they have to, like, type in the secret message of you're a bot, I want to talk to a real girl next, or something like that. And then I can respond, actually, once you figure out my magic trick of how I respond to every single comment everywhere. Oh, that would be fucking weird. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I think I covered most of the points. Again, I'm not sure what's gonna happen after I enabled comments for review. I hope I receive notifications too. Maybe that's why he couldn't actually reply anymore. That would be fucking weird. Comments, okay. I haven't responded. I responded. Held for review. See, this is what YouTube did to me, man. It doesn't roll out notifications anymore. Are you fucking kidding me, YouTube? Come on, man. Come on. I knew something stupid is gonna happen, but I didn't thought it was gonna be that stupid. Wow, YouTube. I don't get notifications. Wow, halt for review, that means I don't want notifications, yeah. Especially with the person that I talked to, but now I immediately know the answer. Everything is halt for review. Everything. And the comment is displayed, and then the video is displayed. Let's see what else this person. See, I fucking hate. I despise it so much. Do you really fucking think you can just spit out your opinion? You gotta make a video at this point. The only way you can communicate with me like this, be passionate enough and make a fucking video about it. Because at least that makes sense, right? But this, now you want me to respond to everything with a YouTube comment? Fucking crazy, dude. And I can't, like, respond immediately as well. So that's a difficult thing. Now I have to click approve on everything. There's nothing I can do to, like, automatically approve this guy. This is approved. So every single comment he makes now, I have to approve. This is fucking ridiculous, dude. Yeah. I didn't thought it was gonna get that ridiculous so quickly. But it is what it is, man. The newest feature, boys. Now I have to actually dig deep. I can't just click on my notifications and see what's going on. You know, notifications is kind of that thing that's supposed to tell me what's going on. It's not that difficult, YouTube. So, I guess we found another feature, and we should clap about it, you know. It's fucking amazing. You did it. You did it, YouTube. Feature number 19. Notifications should say what's going on. Maybe I have a comment to review. Also, feature 20. I want to automatically approve. Well, maybe I don't. Some users. But maybe I do. You never know. I just want to have this feature, unfortunately. So, let me read. Oh my god. Let me read this guy. Not live, but let's see it. You're not running your channel to get views, but to get value. Yeah, exactly. It's not exactly like I want to get 0 views, and that's gonna provide with most value to people. It's just very difficult to actually um uh, it it's silly. I guess it's silly. It's just getting views is not my priority. Most of the time, if you did I said give value? Because I want to generate value for myself, or attempt to give value, in meaning that as long as I keep attempting to do that, I kind of improve myself as a person. It's kind of simple as that. Views are not that relevant to me necessarily, and I don't necessarily get more views just because I disable or enable comments. Not really that big of a deal. No. Not really. I shouldn't be responding to this. I select all. That definitely not just to select a user thing. It's I have to select every single one of these and approve. Isn't that fun? I guess I do it while I read it, you know? So, well, you didn't say anything stupid. Fucking bullshit. I shouldn't have said nofap is bullshit, because now I'm gonna receive a lot of comment on my videos. That's just fucking disgusting. So no longer will I receive notifications, which is terrifying. So I guess I'll have to make it a weekly thing when I... That's the problem. If I don't receive notifications of any kind, there's this many comments to review right now. Maybe it's not necessarily a notification tab thing. Maybe it's more like stats that you have to look into. So you can split the buttons into 2 things. But right now, the way it works, it's so pathetic. I can't even believe it, man. How many things I have to click on? Upload the video. Is the fastest way to go into my channel. So upload a video. No. Click, 2 clicks. Click. Because most of the time I want to open a new tab. Alright, so I click on new tab. 3rd click. Click on comments. 4. Hold for review. 5. 5 times. I have to click 5 times. Not 2. Fucking 5, dude. Maybe 3 times would be fine. But, like, fuck me, dude. Mentions. Interesting. I wonder how mentions is gonna work. I need to know that shit as well. So, again, don't try and disagree with me immediately. If you have an opinion, and you can relate to people who have opinions, the first thing you should do is try to connect with them as fast as possible. So, I just feel like it's very disrespectful, but I totally understand. And I appreciate the effort, but whatever it is, I'm just saying, why are you not using Discord? It's just very uncomfortable for me to respond to your stupid comments that I can't even see anymore. So I don't know what to do. I'm just look how uncomfortable this shit is. Okay? You must understand. So, thanks for your feedback. The newest video is, made all for you. But I can't just chat in comments and pretend it's satisfying to me. I won't even say, because I've said it plenty of times in my videos, so fuck that shit. Yeah, I totally understand you disagree with someone to be able to test them out if their opinions are correct. But usually, if you just focus on things that other people say incorrectly, it gets very annoying, I would say. Because it's like, well, you're not gonna respond to anything positive. You're not gonna say what I did right or what you agree on. If you do one specific thing, it just makes you a lower quality person. I don't think it's hate. I don't think it's less effort, but you simply have to know the math, basically. Yeah. If you have one variable, I don't care how big it is. It can be 1,000, but the second variable is 10. Usually variables multiply each other. So you have low variables over here. That's gonna suck a lot. But if you spread out a little bit, that's a valuable person, okay? That's an aware person. That's a person I don't need to try and control and manipulate, you know? A person that doesn't need to learn a bunch of shit from me. And, well, he made it this far, so I can only respect this person to find a place where he can comment. How long did that take, man? I don't know why. Oh yeah. So there's a simple square function, you know. You can make a really long square or a really square. Okay. Well, it's a rectangle, but now it's this. You're trying to focus on making squares and not rectangles. Try to focus and be aware of as many dimensions as there are available, basically. So, there's usually not just 2. You can say there's 4. I guess. That's an easy thing to say. Because there's usually 4 personalities, so... Very simple principle as well. And again, if you extend like this, extending in those directions, and people will usually tell you about it, you know, if you're not aware of something. They're gonna try and expand your awareness and try to be useful. But allowing people to be useful is pretty annoying as well, because most of the people have to do things on their own and figure out things on their own. So, there's a lot of downsides, potentially. I just gotta cringe, you know, the person that inspired the whole thing still doesn't deserve respect because he thinks like YouTube, you can just type in a bunch of YouTube comments and not just wait for my reply either. Just type in one comment. Just figure out which one you like the most. Alright? It's probably very helpful to me. But at the same time, do whatever the fuck you want. It's just the result that you thought you're gonna have, probably not the thing is. And yeah, probably most of the people watched this video because, or clicked on this video because well, they need to figure out what this held for review even means, man. I don't know. That's all I can say, guys.